What's up, y'all? It's your boy Damn Dave. And welcome back to Black Evolution. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about one topic, and that is how to be a man in old school masculinity. Let's get into it. Hey. Alright, so I got a very special guest in the building. He is Mr. Entrepreneur, Mr. CEO, Mr. Record Producer. He is Kidd Klutch Productions, aka Tyler. How you doing, young brother?
I'm doing good, Daniel. Thank you for having me on here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's good to have you on here, Tyler. Good to have you. So let's get into this topic, man. When you look around the world today and you're seeing the type of men that are coming out, most of the time they're effeminate men. It's like the world is pushing this agenda of having men be more feminine. But that's not their natural design. Like, you got all this stuff about, agendas being pushed and what have you. And I feel this is the biggest agenda, especially when it comes to the black community. They're trying to emasculate the black man. What are your thoughts on this, young brother?
I agree with everything you just said. I think it's an agenda, and I think it's the agenda to put confusion in the world, especially the black community.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And to emasculate black men.
Yes, bring them down to a level that they're not even designed to be at. Men are naturally masculine. Women are naturally feminine. That's how the way it goes. But you say you're seeing a power shift. You're seeing the women become more masculine and the men become more feminine. And that's a problem.
So much confusion.
Yep. So much confusion and disorder. Mm-hmm. Got people saying, we strong, black, independent. We don't need a man for nothing. And then on the other side, you got the men being effeminate. And that's a problem. Because number one, the man's supposed to be the head of the household, the head of the table. The woman's supposed to be by his side. It's old school masculinity. Some people call this misogynistic. This is not misogynistic. I did not disrespect a woman in any way. I'm telling you how it is. That old school masculinity. And it's an agenda being pushed out there. There's more females now running the household than there are men running the household. And that's a problem. Most likely it's due to incarceration. But that's another topic. Tyler, what are your thoughts on that?
I would agree with you, and I think it is ridiculous. I think that's why society is so ruined now. Mm-hmm. Because of that type of thinking. And then when you call them out on it, they don't want to hear it, so they call you all kind of names. Mm-hmm. Call you misogynistic, they call you homophobic, all that.
Yeah.
Transphobic.
Mm-hmm. They don't want to hear it because we calling them out. You calling them out. They don't want to hear it. They're like, we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. You are going to hear it. It's the truth. Truth will set you free. They don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear that everything's okay. Everything is this. No, everything is not okay. You can't. People cannot be pushing for everything on everybody. Like, everybody has a certain life that they have to live. You can't be forcing an agenda on people. Tell them that you will do this and you will do that. Like, what's wrong with you?
Mm-hmm. And I think it goes both ways. You have people that push the agenda saying they will deal with this, and then you have other people that push the agenda saying no, they can't be who they are. Mm-hmm. So I think it's a fight on two fronts.
Yep. There's some people saying they can't be who they are. It's that. No, they do. You will do this. You will do that. Nah, if they want to naturally if they want to do that way, then go ahead. Let them do them. Let them be on their desires and what they want to do. But I'm talking as an agenda, as a whole. Don't try to force it on everybody else. That's the problem.
And that's where I have the problem too. Like you said, they keep pushing the agenda.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you do what you want, but don't force it on everybody else. Don't make everybody else have to adjust. I think people, they should be sensitive to certain things, but people something not right, they shouldn't be had to shut up. They shouldn't be told to shut up. Because they don't like what's being told.
Yeah. Yeah, it shouldn't be told to shut up and you will push this agenda. You will push this agenda. No, you can't do that with people. Let people adjust.
I go back to what Nick Cannon when he said a controversial statement he made on his podcast. People thought that by canceling him, they was going to change the situation or change how he thought. He still thinks the same thing, but the only thing he did was shut him up.
Yeah.
Wow. So it's still educating them or getting for him to learn the difference between different things. All you did was shut him up, so he still gonna have those views. He still gonna spread them views to others.
Yep. He's not gonna change anything.
And I think that's the same thing with this too. People need to have actual real serious conversations about people pushing these agendas on people and telling them how they feel, how they feel they're attacked. While also telling them, okay, you want to do this and that, we're not going to interfere with that, but don't cross our lane and interfere with our way of life.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you. So let's get into another subject. With all this stuff about, masculinity being attacked and everything else going on in the world, pushing this agenda of, people wanting to have the men be feminine. What is your opinion, Tyler, of what it means to be a man?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I've said it, I think, maybe, I don't want to say multiple times because I can't remember I said it multiple times on your show, but I know I've said it at least one time that there's a war on masculinity. We may not win the battle, but we got to win the war in it. Because it's destroying society. I always go back to the Me Too movement. I think that was the tipping point for the war on it.
Yep.
But people don't want to talk about that.
Yep. And I call the Me Too movement. I call the Me Too movement the YouTube movement. The reason why I call it that is because it started out with good intentions, with calling out people who've been harassed and who've been violated and everything else. You should call them out and they should be held accountable. But the thing is, you can't just start poking fingers at everybody and say, me too, me too. No, you can't do that. You have to specifically prove an incident with DNA tests and with results and everything else and bring the evidence to the court and bring it.
I have a problem too with that one is that if you allege something and you don't prove it and it's proven that you're not telling the truth, you should be held accountable.
Yeah. If you prove that you're a liar, you're gonna be held accountable too. You can't just approve. You should have
to go to jail.
Yeah, pay a fine or go to jail because you just lied on somebody. It's called defamation of character. You straight up lied on somebody and told them that, oh, they did this, they did that, when they didn't. And if they didn't, they should be held accountable. They should go to jail or pay a fine.
They should.
That's defamation of character.
It definitely is.
So that's the thing about the Me Too movement. I feel like what needs to be, for a man, in order to be a man, you need to be responsible. You need to handle your business. You need to take care of what you need to take care of. You don't take care of it, then it don't get done. That's on you. When it comes to being a man and investing, if you want to invest in something, go ahead and invest in something and know what you're walking into. Don't be investing in something that, oh, well, I didn't know what I was walking into. No, you knew what you were walking into. Well, he told me this, he told me that. Well, he told you what you wanted to hear. You should have read the contract over and over. And then decide when you're going to do it. Yeah, be a man, you got to simply just handle your business. And if you're a strong, masculine man, got to have that masculine frame.
And don't back down.
Don't back down from a challenge. That's the thing I want to talk about, like confrontation. A lot of times what these feminine men will do, they'll avoid confrontation. They don't want to deal with it. No, you got to deal with it. You got to realize something. You got to.
I think most of them that do that, I feel that they create confrontation, but they don't want to deal with confrontation.
Mm-hmm. They create the problem, but then they're shocked about the problem. Like, they don't make no sense to me. You got to take care of business and be a strong masculine man. Strong masculine. Deal with confrontation. I'm not talking knock where now if somebody comes across you and they getting all up in your face and they threatening to hit you and and it gets physical, then well you got to get physical. It is what it is. You can't run from it. You must face it head on. Now don't go out there looking for trouble. That's the thing. People go, I'm gonna go out there looking for trouble. That's not what I said. I told you to be defensive. If somebody is coming at you and then they push you with something, you knock them out. Sure. As with any situation, a confrontation, somebody's questioning you or allegedly saying you allegedly did something, they have no proof, they have no evidence, then they have no case against you, you better fight it to the death. Like, no, you're not gonna come at me and accuse me of doing something that I didn't do. You have no evidence, you have no facts, nothing.
And I think that's what messes a lot of people up now.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of them fighting to clear, they fight to I guess they want to be. Everybody wants to be nice.
Mm-hmm.
If you did nothing wrong, what are you apologizing for? What are you acting guilty for? Fight that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what's happened for a long time. People they think they're being sincere and saying, "Well, I apologize. This happened and that." That things is home.
Mm-hmm.
But life don't work that way. You gotta fight back.
Yep.
And those that fight back, they win.
Yeah, that's true. Versus those who don't fight back, they're like, oh well, I'm just go get along with the go along. You can't do that. Or go along to get along. You can't be doing that because then you just proving their point that you're weak. A lot of times people create confrontation, they want to test you. And see if you are strong or if you're weak. If they know you're weak, they can take advantage of you. Oh, this man don't like no confrontation. So we're gonna keep pressuring him, keep doing this. Until he do something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's something you always say too. You say, nice guys finish last, and I agree.
Yep. Because they do. The reason why they do is because they're doing it just because it's nice. Just because that they're trying to appease people. And you can't do that. You can't be trying to appease people. You got to face competition head on. Because if you don't face competition head on, they're going to take advantage of you. You got to call them out.
And it's going to get worse.
Yeah. You think you're doing them a favor by not avoiding the competition, you're doing them a disservice. Because you're going to allow them to keep taking advantage of you. Can't be doing that. You got to call them out on their foolishness. So my thing is to all my real men out there, continue to be strong, continue to be masculine. Teach your kids to be masculine, your boys to be masculine men. And strong masculine men don't mean super aggressive, super ripped men. No, it does not mean that. It means you handling your business, you doing what you need to do, and taking care of whatever you got to take care of. And if you don't take care of it, then it ain't going to get done. That's why I tell people, have strong masculine men in the households.
Always.
Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you see your boy acting feminine, you correct it.
Yep.
Immediately.
At an early age.
At early age, correct it immediately. Because they might be, because they're innocent. Then a lot of times they don't know better. So you got to correct it.
Address it and correct it.
Yep. Address and correct. Address and correct. Correct it immediately. No, you will do this. We're a man. You better correct it. Even when they're grown man, you still correct it. Yes, sir. This is a short, simple podcast. That's all we gotta say today. Being men, being strong, masculine, and this damn day I'm closing out. Listen to this outro music. Here we go.